What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Next Gen Career Mode. This is episode number 122, and we start today's episode off with Jonathan Tah, our reserve centre back, coming to us and asking if he could get a new contract. Kevin Volland, as I said in the last episode, wants one as well. We actually give him 65 grand a week on squad rotation status, but I just can't see him accepting it because he just doesn't want to stay here. But at the end of the day, there's no more transfer windows left, so whether he likes it or not, he's a Hertha Berlin player for life now. And we do offer one to Jonathan Tah as well. He wants a 20 grand a week pay increase, and I'm okay giving that to him. He's 77 overall, so a really decent young centre back, but of course he is like fourth choice or even fifth choice, I think, so he won't get into the side very often. Yeah, fifth choice. He won't get into the side very often, but he's still a very decent player. I also requested some funds because YOLO, and the board said no, so oh no, and there you go. So we won't get any more money, but it doesn't matter, we don't need it. I just thought I'd do it just because I could. And Jonathan Tah did accept that pay increase, that new contract, but Kevin Volland said no again for like the third or fourth time this season. And again, it doesn't matter. It's frustrating because his morale will inevitably go down, but it's nothing major. You know, it doesn't matter too much because there's no more transfer windows left. He can't go anywhere. You know, I basically locked the door here at Hertha Berlin. No one's leaving anymore, so you know he's staying. It doesn't matter, and it is a bit frustrating, don't get me wrong, because I'd like his morale to go up and sign a new contract and be happier, but I don't want to give him crucial first team player status like he wants, because at the end of the day he's not going to get it, and therefore he will actually get frustrated because he won't play very often. So I guess it's better just to try and offer him squad rotation status, cross our fingers and hope he'll accept a contract, even though he probably won't. But anyway, we take on Borussia Mönchengladbach for the first of 3 games today, and we take them on away from home in the Bundesliga, playing against our former goalkeeper Baumann, who we sold in the January transfer window for £8 million, and we take them on here away from home. But we felt very confident coming to this game. Over the past couple of seasons, Borussia Mönchengladbach have actually done quite well, but this year they've been really poor. Well, not really poor, but not as good as they have been, at least. They're not in the top half of the table, not doing as well as I would have expected after the basis of the last couple of seasons, but they're still a good side regardless. They do have some decent players. Of course, Baumann is a good goalkeeper as well, so I'd have to be wary of that. But the first chance would fall here, well, the second chance I should say would fall here in the 44th minute. Flume got played forward, but I put the shot off target, and it was still 0-0, so not the best of first halves for us really, still 0-0, and I wasn't really playing too well. So in the second half, I need to step it up a gear, and as Boateng finds Sydney Sound, we go down the right hand side. Our right back continues his run, plays the ball forward, down the right hand side towards Tony Kroos. He keeps on going, chips it back inside towards Lasogga, and Lasogga beats Baumann to the ball and heads it into the empty net. So Baumann a little bit indecisive there. Maybe that's why I decided to sell him in January, because he wasn't really convincing when he came out for that ball. Got nowhere near it, and Lasogga headed the ball past him and into the back of the net. So Lasogga heads it past our former goalkeeper, and that makes it 1-0. And in the 77th minute, a great chance on the break again. Lasogga finds Marco Reus down his left hand side. I try and chip it over the goalkeeper, but Baumann stands big, makes the save, and then the follow-up shot is cleared off the line, and then Lasogga's shot is blocked as well, and Borussia Mönchengladbach get the ball away. But as we win it back with Kroos, I take aim from an absolute mile out with Flume, and I got to be honest, Baumann again very unconvincing. And you know, again, we sold him for £8 million, and clearly on the basis of that was a good sale, because he did not have a good game in this game at all. He was really poor. You know, to be beaten from there by Flume, it was a shame actually I couldn't get a replay because subs came on straight after, so the replay cut short. But to be beaten from there is really poor, and the shot wasn't even right in the corner as well. He should have dealt with it, he didn't, and we made it 2-0. So really poor goalkeeping by Baumann, but in the 84th minute, some good goalkeeping, but this time by our goalkeeper Manuel Neuer. Very good save, and he keeps the score at 2-0. And the last chance for Borussia Mönchengladbach would fall here in the 88th minute. They get down the right hand side with Kachunga. They play it to Korb down his right hand side. He fizzes the shot in, and unfortunately, fizzes the cross in, and the shot goes past Neuer and into the back of the net. So Borussia Mönchengladbach would get themselves a consolation goal, but it wasn't really a good performance by either side, to be honest. It was quite an uninspiring victory, if I'm being completely honest. A 2-1 victory. We could have done better, but I didn't really have my foot on the gas for this game. You know, it wasn't until the second half where I really started to look a lot more brighter, and of course we got that early goal through Lasogga. But other than that, we were relatively subpar, but we got the win. That's the most important thing. Another 3 points in our step towards course, another Bundesliga title, and I'm very pleased with that. Following that, Germany came back to us and said, will you carry on managing our nation in the World Cup? But Northern Ireland tried to hijack the deal and offer me a contract, and I said no, obviously. I almost accepted it by accident, funnily enough, but I said no, so we'll be staying with Germany. And as I said, we might be playing the World Cup. It depends how many days there are until FIFA 15, and it depends on when this series ends. If there's 1 or 2 more days until FIFA 15 comes out, I'll play the World Cup. If, you know, FIFA 15 comes out the day after this season ends with Hertha Berlin, then I'll just, you know, I'll just sort of skip it and I won't play it, because it's all about managing the time now between now and FIFA 15, and that's the end of that. So we may still we may still play the tournament with Germany at the end of the season, but we may not. So just keep that in mind. But you know, if we do, it could be good fun anyway. So there you go. But following that, we had the second game of today's episode, the second of 3, and we took on Milan here away from home in Italy in the Champions League round of 16. Now, of course, this is a repeat of the Champions League final last year, where we thrashed Milan by, I think it was 5 or possibly even 6-1. We absolutely put the sword to the Italian team, and we humiliated them at Old Trafford. So we take on Milan here, and they must have been really fearful when our name came out of the hat to draw against them, and we would actually score the first goal of the game just 10 minutes in as well. What a great ball by Emre Can. You can see why I didn't want to sell him to Atalanta in the January transfer window. What a great through ball by Emre Can. Definitely trying to make a claim to get into my Germany squad for the World Cup. This was a brilliant ball to pick out the runner Draxler, just onside, and Julian Draxler makes it 1-0. So fantastic start for us. And Mignolet, well, he must have been having nightmares, you know, after the humiliating game he had against us in the final last year. He must have been having nightmares for months, and he's probably just recovered, and now he's got to have you know, more nightmares coming up against us. And we should have made it 2-0 here. Another great ball by Emre Can, this time to Vollen, but the shot went wide and out for a goal kick. So still 1-0, a very fast start. But in the 38th minute, a great chance for Milan. Balotelli goes forward, but again Neuer makes a really good save and keeps it at 1-0. So still 1-0 in this game. And in the 56th minute, another chance for us here. Sebastian Young, our right back, gives it inside towards Draxler, the goal scorer. Then back out wide to our right back, who takes on Didac. He well, I almost lost the ball, but I got it back, kept on going down the right hand side, cut inside, great opportunity, but Mignolet denies the chip and it's cleared off the line. So good save by Mignolet, but it was how the game would actually finish, a 1-0 victory. And again, just like the Borussia Mönchengladbach game, really uninspiring. Not really the type of games which I've been hoping for this year, you know, and especially because we thrashed Milan last year in the final and our squad has only got stronger. I would have expected another really good result, you know, maybe 2-3, possibly even 4-0 in this game, but instead had to settle for a 1-0 victory. Okay, you know, we got an away goal, which I always like to get, but even so, it's not really the best of results. We should have done better than that, to be honest, but we got the win. That's the most important thing. 2 wins from 2, and we'll just take the positives, really. But the third and final game is against Borussia Dortmund here at the Olympiastadion in the Bundesliga, in what is potentially going to be the biggest game of the season, to be honest, because of course Borussia Dortmund right now are sitting in second place. We are in first. There is a 3-point gap, I do believe, between the two teams right now, and in fact it might actually be a couple more points than that, but still there's a bit of a gap between first and second. And Borussia Dortmund, well, if they win this game, they're going to close the gap and things are going to look a lot better for them in terms of whether they can challenge us for the title. Okay, 5 points with 10 games to go. If they win this game, they can cut the gap to 2 points, but lose the game and we take an 8-point gap, and you have to say, really, we would be massive favourites to retain the Bundesliga title. But we take them on here at the Olympiastadion, and the stage was set for, again, probably the biggest game of the season. Well, certainly for the games left now, it is going to be the biggest game of the season. And the first chance would fall in the 30th minute. Lasogga loses the ball, but Amini gives it straight away back to Lasogga. Great opportunity, cuts inside, but Luke Daniels, the glitched former West Brom goalkeeper there, makes the save and keeps it at 0-0. So the glitched keeper makes the save, keeps it scoreless, and in the 36th minute, another great chance, great challenge there, and Marco Reus Berber spins around his man, plays it forward towards Toni Kroos, his teammate, down his left-hand side, takes on Rakik, beats him, shoots from a mile out, but it's another good save by the English goalkeeper, turns it behind for a corner and keeps it scoreless. Now, that's how the first half would finish, and again, just like the previous 2 games, uninspiring first halves, nothing really happening, foot wasn't really on the gas, and in the 50th minute here, a great chance here as Borussia Dortmund collect the ball, but as you can see, they play it backwards towards Amini, who collects it. He gives the ball straight away to Toni Kroos, and it's a brilliant chance on the break because Dortmund have thrown too many bodies forward. Lasogga collects it, double step over, round his man. He's got bodies in the centre, but he doesn't need him because he fake shots around the last defender and pops it into the bottom corner to make it 1-0. So I could have cut the ball across the face of goal there, scored a bit of a cutback, a bit of a sweaty goal, but to be honest, it was just too easy for me. I had the confidence to finish it with Lasogga, do it myself, and I did. So 1-0 to Hertha Berlin. And the last chance before in the 88th minute was a free kick which Dzeko put miles over, well, not miles over the bar, but over the bar regardless. And the game finished 1-0. So another victory, another 3 points. And yes, all 3 games were uninspiring. Not really the best of games, not really the most entertaining, so apologies for that. But the most important thing is we're still getting the wins, we're still progressing in all competitions, and things are looking very, very good as we now get an 8-point gap in the Bundesliga. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode, then please leave a like, because that's much appreciated. It really does help my channel out. And I'll see you for the next episode of my Next Gen Career Mode very soon.